there should be no tolling.
Yes.
This is a question I've asked you before,
Yes.
and I'll ask you in this interview.
Yes.
There is a need for that road.
Yes.
There also are facts about our revenue, the revenue we are raising and where our budget goes to. You are the chair budget. You know how much goes into recurrent expenditure. You know how much goes into debt. So really, we don't have money for development.
Okay.
And there is a need for the road.
Yes.
How different would you have done it? Or how different would you propose that it be done?
The Rironi Summit Road should be dual, not today, but yesterday. It ought to have been dualed a long time ago.
Okay.
There are fundamental reasons why I am against tolling. One is that Kenya exists in a global economy and a regional economy. Our regional economies, there is none that is doing the kind of tolling we are doing, especially on corridor roads. That's number one. So when you increase the cost of transportation in Kenya, you are basically increasing the ease of doing business. You are telling investors, we have our neighbors over here, look at them, man. We are not competitive. We can't do that. So secondly, on where we can get the money. Karanja, I have done some simulations. There are some times, by the way, I want to confide to you, I wake up late at night just to think about this country.
Okay.
And especially on the economic side. And there are some ideas out of thinking and looking at other scenarios of other countries. Take, for example, Kenya. We are busy securitizing and doing all these other things. How I would propose we do it is this. In the budget, we usually put around 60 billion in what is called development budget, GOK, money from government.
Yes.
In the budget, there is also around 80, mostly 80 thereabout billion, what we call development partners. That is financing from international lenders mostly.
Yes. Yes.
Partners. So it accounts for around 80 billion shillings. And then there is recurrent, the money you hear called fuel levy.
Yes.
We can call it around 80 billion. That's around over 2 billion shillings. And I've given for I would come and tell the Kenyan people, we are here collecting housing levy. Let's remodel it. Because we can have another chapter to talk about this housing project. And I'll show you it's better done by the private sector, not by government. But if we start that now, I think it will crowd out time. So that is around 70, let's say 75 billion shillings. That 75 billion Kenya shillings is a lot of money. I would come as the government and logically, pragmatically reason with Kenyans that this year is the last year we are doing these houses for now, except social housing. Social housing only in areas of brothers and sisters who are we only do social. The others we are calling affordable ETC. We do. Because if you ask a normal Kenyan, you'd rather you do a road for them where they'll sleep, they'll sort themselves up. And remember, these houses are not also for free. They are being sold. So I would look at that. And also, I would ban moram roads in Kenya for the next several years.
Okay.
I can tell you as a member of parliament, because I've been doing concrete roads, especially in steep areas.
Yes.
We must rethink our moram roads. We are wasting public resources. This money we call maintenance, 80-something billion of fuel levy. I would only leave, let's say, 30 billion for maintenance of highways and other roads. So I'll have a kit newly created. 50 billion from fuel levy and around 75 billion shillings from housing. That's around 120 billion. And because I'm talking holistically about roads, not just this one, I would start with one, Karanja. If you go around the country, you realize that all the roads that were an experiment done by the current president and the former president Uhuru Kenyatta in the last regime, the roads that were being called low volume seal, they are all full of potholes.
Yes, they are.
So I would allocate some money gradually for resealing of this road, AC. Before, some of them were out so fast. I would apply AC on them. Then the rest that remains can do the roads agenda without necessarily borrowing, without necessarily tolling, and without opaque PPPs. Remember, Kenya has always built roads.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we talk like we have just invented building of roads. President Kibaki built a lot of roads.
That is true.
Thika Road. You can leave Nairobi, go to Isiolo, Marsabit, Moyale. You can go to basically any part of major towns in Kenya. They are tarmac roads. So we are not inventing building of tarmac roads now. Then why can't we do it with the prudence that was done by the previous governments?
For instance, like I said, I'm not an economist and I'm not an accountant. So I may miss some of the explanation. But when I sat with someone from the Kenya Roads Board, they told me the reason why, and now we are getting into, for instance, the RMLF.
Yes, securitization.
Securitization. We had so many stalled roads, and you're a witness to this.
Yes.
So many stalled roads.
Yes.
Contractors had left site. The reason being,
Yes.
they had not been paid. They've started work.
Yes.
So they leave, and even after leaving site, you still find some of them, their bills accumulating.
Yes.
And they are needed. We need to have these roads completed.
Yes.
In fact, some of the major roads that have been cited by this government are currently being done by RMLF. You have criticized RMLF. This is not money that is coming from our budget,
Yes.
So to speak.
Yes.
This money, and true to it, we are seeing contractors back on site.
Yes.
And they're saying we are doing this road because finally the RMLF has been used and we're able to continue with our job. If, from a layman's perspective, I'm seeing roads, I'm seeing the contractor back on site, tell me as an economist why this is not a reason to celebrate.
Karanja, securitization is collecting future money today. We are collecting future fuel levy today. I kept thinking, we are not inventing building of roads. We've always built roads. We never had to pick future revenue to get political capital today. The bigger question would be, the money that has been building roads for all those years, where is it? Where is that money? Where is it going?
Committed all of it to debt.
That's not true.
That's what I would think.
What I'm against is we are here now, Karanja. You are the man of the house. Your salary for the next 15 years, you ask it from your employer today. And you are given. And you spend it today. And you are spending it on projects that will not necessarily be investment options so that they will generate more revenue. Where does that leave your family? Where does that leave your employer who will expect you to work every day? That's basically what we are doing. We are mortgaging every other avenue we have in Kenya. Let me give you another perspective. We went to the market because it's some form of securitization also. We picked a board, or we sold, or we did a board as Kenya of 44.5 billion shillings and mortgaged our sports fund.
Yes.
Now, a loan of 44.5 billion shillings will be paying an interest of 100 billion shillings. 100 billion shillings in
Double the amount.
Double the principal amount. Would do that. And you are dealing with a multi-year project. You see, like the railway we are doing in Kenya, did we have to securitize? A railway all the time is multi-year. We have railway development fund, levy fund, sorry. Why can't we sign a multi-year project at present value, other than pulling our money that we are going to collect for the next 10 years, we pull it today. A project is not a product you are buying from a supermarket. You'll be paying for per certificates.
Yes.
The stadiums are utilities that you don't buy and plant it. You build it over time. It's multi-year. Why do you need that money today and it is coming at a cost? Why? Then, when you are mortgaging future revenue of the country, which signal are you sending? That there will be no country? That in your mind and in your reasoning and your planning, there is no Kenya in the next 5 years, or 3, or 5, or 10. Because if Kenya is a going concern, all the revenues you are mortgaging will be needed even that time.
you've spoken about the sports fund. We've previously spoken about other things, for instance, the construction of Talanta. And